It's always good to have dog rows in the hedge somewhere. They do sort of spread nicely through hedges, although they do behave a bit like brambles and send out these great big bits to colonise new areas that need to be constantly sort of trimmed back. But the petals, just like with cultivated roses, you can use them in salads and cooking, particularly sprinkled on Middle Eastern cooking, as they're used like in Kurdish cooking and things like that quite a bit, and it is very nice, although these ones aren't scented, so they won't like make the food taste nice, but they do look nice, these petals on the salad. And yeah, on their own they're a bit bland, not really that great, but mixed in with the salad they're kind of nice. And now if I just pick this flower here and take off the last two petals, my cameraman can have those. You are right. So underneath here you can see this little what would have one day be a rose hip, and in the autumn they'll be ready and you can make rose hip tea, but you have to take all the sort of furry bits out of inside because they're like itching powder. But yeah, this case bits you can make really nice rosehip tea, which is really good for you. You can also eat the leaves, but they are a bit prickly, and the shoots. But you can see where these long bits of growth were last year. You've got these little stems with a few flowers on, and they just flower in a short season. They can grow quite high up into trees. They're not like climbing as such. They kind of like fall into place. If they fall into the fork of a branch, that will hold them up, but otherwise they'll just eventually kind of go down to touch the ground and then root in like a bramble does. But what you can do is just train them off into the hedge somewhere, like untangle them from here, and you can see that's grown from where I've cut it from before, just there. So you can kind of train them in and they grow off that way, and you get them more sort of in the hedge where you want them, and just sort of cut off any unwanted ones. But you can see this one's like nearly finished flowering, a couple of days more and that'll be it. But there are lots of different types of wild dog rose, and they come from really all over the northern hemisphere in the temperate parts. They're introduced to North America, but they're present there, and they sort of grow all over Europe and Asia, bits of North Africa. And yeah, they quite a few different types of them. All have a short flowering season somewhere in the early summer, and some of them are white and pink, and some of them are white, and some of them are pink, and there's like a few different shapes and sizes, but they all roughly look the same, and a really nice sight in the early summer.